This year, I've spent $103,000 on my business, but have only profited $9,000. What if I told you that by the end of this year, I want to have zero profit? Hello YouTube, my name is Austin Hustles, and today I'm going to be talking about profit margins. Historically, the stock market brings around 7 to 10% returns. So with me and my business spending $103,000 and receiving over $9,000 in profit, you'd think I was on the right track, right? The reality is my returns are not as low as the stock market, they're actually a lot higher. But why are my profits so low? You see, my friends, the reason that my profits are so low is because I spend all of my money on crack. I spend all my money on business expenses. Pretty much with the way my LLC is formed, with the S Corp and all of that, when I spend money on business expenses, that means I get to pay less in taxes. Let's say I sold this water bottle for $1,000. Then I'd have to pay tax on $1,000, right? Well, technically, since it costed me $900 to buy this water bottle, I only have to pay tax on the difference. I profited $100 on the sale, and since I can write off the cost of goods, which was $900, I only have to pay tax on the $100. This super simplified example is pretty much what I'm trying to do with my business. When I started my business, I started it in California, which is one of the hardest places and most expensive places to start a business. So right off the bat, I had a lot of money in write-offs. It costed me $900 just to form my limited liability company. Along with that, I also had to pay for other fees, such as, DBA fees, because I have another brand that I run under my LLC. My LLC owns my fitness brand, Makai. So everything I do for Makai is a write-off as well. But I also had to spend a lot of money on subscription services for my Amazon and eBay business. $40 a month for my Amazon Seller Central Pro account is considered a write-off. Plus all the money I have to spend on those subscription services for Amazon so I can become a better seller, like stuff like Scoutly or Scout IQ if you have it, Seller Labs, a lister, a repricer, stuff like that. Those are all write-offs. And not only are they write-offs, they make your business run so much more efficiently, and it saves you a lot of time. So it's literally a win-win. You save time, you spend a little money, and you save money when it comes to tax time. My average profit margins this year have been around 40%, meaning that if I weren't to take any money out and spend any money and do everything like nitty and gritty, I could probably have $40,000 sitting in my bank right now. But I don't want to do that because that means that I also have to pay tax on that $40,000. So instead, I'm going to spend that money on things that make my business run smoother. Maybe I rent out a warehouse, that's a business expense. Maybe I buy better equipment like this Rolo printer I got, or a better laptop to run my business on. I know there's some other Amazon and eBay sellers that do this, but they pretty much buy in bulk too, and then the stuff that they can't sell or they don't want to sell, they just donate it to the thrift stores. That is a write-off. You see, I'm not worried about my profits right now because of a simple little thing called cash flow. Cash flow is the money that goes in and out of your business. I've had $100,000 cash flow through my bank account. I could have let it sit there, but I decided for that money to go out. When the money comes in for cash flow, you have the choice whether to reinvest it or spend it. But the funny thing is, if I would have spent that money, then the cash flow probably would have stopped because then I wouldn't have any money to buy inventory. You're building a business. It's simple business building techniques. So I spend the money on stuff that makes my business run more efficiently, run smoother, and make me even more money because I trust myself and I know that I'm going to continue running these businesses down the line. And I know that I can make things work. So I'm not worried about taking out quick cash because I'm in it for the long game. I may have zero profit this year, but next year I'll have all of the resources, technology, and knowledge to run my business in tip-top shape. If you spend more money, you get to pay less in taxes and your business runs more efficiently. It's a win-win. You just have to play by the government's rules. Let me give you guys a scenario. If I wanted to buy a Tesla, I could have pulled that $40,000 out of my bank account and straight up bought one. Or what I could have done is I could have bought a piece of real estate or invested into a business. Again, this is super simplified. These numbers are not real in real life. So now you have this rental property or business that makes you money on a monthly basis. And now say from that rental property or business, it generates $40,000 in revenue. Now what you can do is you can spend that $40,000 on your brand new car. So what you're left with is a new car and a new business or rental property. And look, while you're driving around having fun in your new car or whatever it is you chose to buy, the thing you bought before in order to make the money is still making more money. There is so much power in that. And you wonder why big corporations pay very little in taxes. It's because they have a bunch of tax write-offs. They have amazing CPAs, they have amazing lawyers. They can buy a lot of things and write them off. It doesn't matter if they're not profiting that much because they have a whole system, a whole network. They're getting stuff done. They're being efficient. That's where I want to end up. And just like on a deeper note, talking about, just Mackay, it's not about profit. It's about building brand and building connections and connecting with people and just making a fucking difference in the world. Everyone's always asking me, profit, how much profit? I don't give a fuck. If I wanted to work a normal job, yeah, I can make money if I just work. If I work hard, I have the work ethic, get paid every 2 weeks. That's easy for me. I'm still getting taxed on that. I still have to spend a lot of time doing those things, but the main thing is I won't be happy doing that. When I work a normal job, there's a cap to how much money I can make. So you may be working up the ladder, but there will always be a cap. When you're building your own business, growth is exponential. You go from years with no profit to, oh, holy shit, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I've literally noticed this just in the past year. We all have big things to come. We got to stop focusing on short-term gains because we have to all be in this for the long run. Don't worry about profits in the first year, the first 2 years, the first 5 years even. Just worry about building your damn business. Thank you guys for sticking to the end. My name is Austin Hustles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of my content, please subscribe right down here. To the left, I have some of my older videos. Go ahead and check them out. Anyway, my name is Austin Hustles. Have an amazing day. I'm out. Later.